This is getting really insufferable to watch because of how, like, now the girl, I think a lot of people watched last episode was like, you really are just beyond dumb. And that's her entire character. She is so naive and innocent and pure to a fault that she becomes taken advantage of others. To the point it becomes kind of comical. I just wish that she'd learned something, but she gave all the money back to the unk that tried to scam her and said, fuck you to your dad with terminal cancer. I don't care about you. And she just gives the money back, thinking he'll just return like a good teacher he always was. Like he probably never was a good teacher. She was probably lied to. And now she thinks that he's gonna change like that. Like she hasn't really learned a lesson just yet. And the lesson might happen in like these arcs, right? So now there's like a reason for her to actually get involved in the game. Because she has no money to basically get out of the game. Because she gave it away to the Unk. Akiyama's also like sticking around. I think he sees her and maybe, I don't know what it is. Does Akiyama see his like mom in now? Basically the idea is if this isn't anything about like, it also could be that where like the whole Robin Hood, stealing from the rich, stealing from the evil, and giving to the poor and having some sort of like moral justice that seems to be ingrained in his scams. And maybe it has to do with his mom, maybe not, but he's there to help now no matter what. So now we're going into a new stage and these rounds are going to get more fun, right? Minority rule. We have a game where like the minority again, I guess matters more than the majority group, which will be very interesting and annoying, but really fun for content. What I'm really interested in though is the rounds after this, because right now when I look in the room of the contestants, they don't really scream Classroom of the Elite like A-class material. There's a couple of them, right? The spiky hair, black hair guy who just looks like a classic old 90s shonen pro tag. But other than that, I'm not too sure. But you can imagine that as the rounds progress, more contestants that have passed their own round too will show up. And then the skill ceiling will get higher and higher. And then that's when I think the show will really blossom. Let's see what happens today.
少数決って何聞いたことねえぞ
まず二者択一の問題が出題されます。
True or false?
それに対しプレイヤーは開票の結果少数派になる回答をした者が勝者です。勝者はゲームセット1億円を置いて退場してもらいます。
Okay.
同数の場合はやり直し1人か2人になるまでゲームは続きます。
That's minority rule?
2人以下では
Hold up. Play the rule again. Hold up. It's a yes or a no to an answer. Then the answer that reads fewer votes wins. This is tricky, right? Because now it's like, you don't want to be right. You want to be wrong. Because like if you're right, and most people will choose the correct answer. But now then there's like this layer of like, well then I'm going to metagame that and choose the wrong answer. What if other people are also thinking about that? So it gets really tricky. So yes or no to an answer. And the people with fewer votes, the winners, right? You gotta just get into the fewer votes.
少数派になる回答をした者が勝者です。勝者は次の投票に進めば1億円を置いて退場してもらいます。
We don't got 100 mil.
同数の場合はやり直し、1人か2人になるまでゲームは続きます。
Okay.
2人以下では少数決はできません。は最初の所持金を差し引いて、1人の場合は10億ずつが渡されます。
There it is. And most likely Akiyama and Na will be the two that will proceed to the next round. I wonder why she'll proceed with the game though, because I feel like she'd want to drop out. There has to be some sort of other reason. Maybe she gives the money away like the last episode and forces her to continue in the game, who knows?
じゃねえのかこの中に事務局の人間が混じっててそいつらが
Liar game, paid actors.
どうやってこれが多数出ます。でもこれは少数決。仕組む余地などないではありませんか。
Well, the idea that like you could still rig it. It'd just be more coordinated, right? The goal is to have minority rule. So the majority of the plans could be hyping up this one answer, the whatever, right? Momentum towards one side. But then most people won't go with that one. They'll go against the other one. It's tricky. Anyways, the complexity of the minority rule, of the minority winning, creates an interesting dynamic where rigging it is harder. Bro had no retort. Oh! The Liar King? What the fuck does that mean, bro? We wish to choose a true Liar King. Is this like their prophecy? And what will the Liar King do
ラ
then?
イアーキングを決めたい。それだけです。
Okay. We'll see.
世の中には高い金を払ってでも嘘つきの天才を欲しがっている人がライアーゲームは運営されているのです。
Sounds like this is like some Squid Game shit where you have VIPs, basically really rich people that are bored with their lives and wants to sponsor these type of events.
世の中には高い金を払ってで
You know what? This is better than like human trafficking, you know, children and having satanic rituals and, you know, island parties. I feel like this is a better use of billionaire money.
そういう人の資金力によってライアーゲームは運営されているのです。我々事務局は不正などのです。
They want to ensure fair play, fair lying.
それより皆さんお腹がすい
Wow! All of the chefs also have masks on. The hospitality though, goddamn, okay.
しております。
Pretty good food too,
私たちの前
fancy.
には豪勢な料理が並べられた。
Is it poisoned? I don't know. I don't think it's to kill them. Maybe like laxatives? Should we get our guard down right now? Is this part of the test?
豪勢な料理が並べられた。
Look at the marbling on that meat.
しかし、多くの借金を背負
No
う
one can eat. No one has the appetite.
食欲が湧くはずなどない。
People who can actually eat right now are the true Giga Chads. That can be a liar king. Yo, our Shonen Pro tag looking spiky hair guy is still sweating. Actually sweating over here. Maybe I have some doubts in him now.
この後のゲームでほとんどの人が食欲が湧
It's
く
too
はずな
tense
どな
right
い。
now.
普通に食べていたのは秋山さん。
Yeah.
そ
And
して
one
もう一
another?
人
Who?
15番家。
Oh shit, we got bowl cut sunglasses. Bro came in wearing sunglasses inside the room. Okay. Alright, number 15. Also, I'll remember you. This guy Samora, he's eating a lot too, actually.
をつけていたサングラスの男の人だけ。よく食べられますね。
厳しい戦いになるぞ。
You need food for energy to
栄養を
think.
つけとかないと。
そうだ、それより秋山さんないですよね。
君こそ
broken.
なんでここに来たんだ。あれほど無視しろ。
Scam by lawyer.
止めに来てやったんだよ。に着いた時、君はもう屋敷に入った後だった。どうしようかと周りした。
Oh. Someone that looks like
ど
now.
うした君はライアーゲームの参加者かい
They swapped out.
その女性、取ったのだそうだ。
Wow.
詳しい経緯は聞かなかったが、1億全額を事務局に返却しようとここを訪れたらしい。
That's kind of funny because like she won and took the money, but she felt guilty. And instead of giving the money back to the loser, who could have then settled that payment, she fucking gave it back to the turner in office. Wait. She stole the money, so she had 200 mil. She had extra 100 mil, and she gave that back instead of the her op that she beat.
詳しい経緯は聞かなかったが、彼女は自責の念に駆られ、1億全額。そしてその旨を出くわした事務局員にとした。
Probably got scammed.
はずだった。
Scammed. That was me.
だった。
なら彼女が小切手を渡した相手は偽物。
Scammed.
その正体はゲームの参物の事務局員に会って初めてその事実を知らされた。
我々は手に入っていった方はプレイヤーです。
もう後の権利を失
And
う。
now she has to participate. This is not as bad as now, but it's still like
彼女
yikes.
は一瞬でドロップアウトの権利を
She
失
just
う。
looks like now from behind. That hair.
そこで金も負債も俺が被るって条件でね。
Okay,
事務局も招待状があれば代理参加をこれが。
that's why I'm here.
名前が
Michiko.
ってわけで君を止めるつもり。
Bro saved 2 girls.
すみません。
こうなった以上勝って必ずここを出るんだ。
そして何より心強かった。
Is he gonna get carried by him? 1 second. Alright, let's get back to it.
よかった。
これよりゲームのリハーサルを行います。
Wonder which one of these people scammed the girl outside though. I thought for a second he was making up a story that was such that he was the one that took the money, right? But no, there was indeed another person that, you know, scammed her, and then he helped her out. So one of the members in here, right? Could be that person. Who never knows. Could be number 15. Yeah. Instinctively, just 15 with the shades.
ゲームのルールを詳しく説明しましょう。まず、抽選で出題者を開始します。
私が
That's you, girl.
何でもいいです。ただし質問の二者択一となるものでなくてはなりません。
Okay.
さあ、こちらで。
What's she gonna ask? Anything she wants.
あなたは女ですか
You know what? That's a pretty decent answer. Question, sorry. Because, see, there's less women in here than men. And assuming that you have to answer honestly, then the women will win, right? But there's no rule that says you have to say the truth. There's nothing binding people, so you can just lie. Okay.
あなたは女ですか
はい。
I'm just thinking about those TikToks where like people like if you move you're gay and everyone's like, so like imagine if you answer yes you're gay and someone like asks a question here. Now I don't think anyone in here are just stupid teenagers that are so insecure of their sexuality that they would say no to that just to like, you know, again satiate their own like, you know, insecurity. But like you can see how there's a lot of fun that can be had with these questions.
問題が出ました。あなたは女ですか？答えは、用紙にはプレイヤーの番号とイエスまたはノーの文字。イエスの表をします。実質にしないのは不正を防ぐためです。他人の名前を書くと考える時間を与えます。きっかり6時間。
6 hours? 6 hours to think, are you a woman? But the 6 hours here is again, what are you going to do, right? Intuitively, people are going to say no if they're a guy and yes if they're a woman. But the layer beyond that is, shit, there's less women than men in here. So if you're a woman, you automatically win. So the layer beyond that is then what? You lie and say you are a woman and hope that other people won't say the same answer. But the layer beyond that is understanding that people will lie to say they're a woman, thinking that will be the minority rule. But actually, you say you're a man, and we circle back around. Do you see the rock, paper, scissors here? We literally fucking went full circle with this framework of idea. This is tricky.
どうしても構いませんし、リミット間際に投票するのもいいでしょう。
Oh, shit. My Go Koenji right now would just say, no, I'm not a woman. And place the vote there. And fuck off for 6 hours and enjoy the buffet. And by the end, he'll win, somehow have won. I don't think there's a Koenji in this room though.
となります。ご注意ください。
Oh, rehearsal! 10 minutes! Okay, so it's a fake game.
では、スタート。
私は女だしでも少数
Yes or no, girl? Yes or no? 50-50.
女の子は
Yeah.
私を
Oh, girl, you are just... I wish to see the world in her lens. It must be just butterflies and sunshines and just lollipop licking. Oh, it's so...
なんだか意外と
時間です。開票いた。
So, logically, the girl group would probably lose? Because I think a lot of girls would... I don't know, right? The idea is I think a lot of people are just gonna base their answers on their sex, but some people might try to metagame it and say that they're a girl, and then maybe more votes gonna get stacked on the girl's side, and the people who voted man is gonna win.
5番 Yes
Yes! We're not gonna read out the entire thing, right?
19番
行われた
Okay, good. Okay, thank fucking God. Imagine they counted like 30 separate votes and they didn't skip it.
愕然とする
More women than men?
投票の結果
Yeah! The scenario that I said it happened. So again, some people were trying to metagame. Some people just don't even know like now. And that difference created a minority for the men. And the people that said no won. It'd be interesting if there were some girls that actually said no. Anticipating something like this. This is tricky, right? Imagine actually there's 7. Imagine all the no's are the girls. except now. And all the guys are a bunch of girls over here. As in like all the girls just like swap sides and the guys swap too.
起用した人が少数派となった。なんで男が少数派なの？
Oh, smart, smart.
場に明らかに男が多いから。
Yeah. That's good, right? That's level 1. Level 0 is now. You just answer honestly. Level 1 is like, okay, there's less girls, I'm gonna vote girl.
問われているのは少数派となる意見に投票すること。正しいか正しくないライアーゲーム。出題者の問題など単なるお飾り。大事なことはいかに他人を欺いて多数派にしてしまうか。
Who will be the liar king?
そのために投票まで6時間も用意されている。
That 6 hours will make it even more interesting because in 10 minutes, we only got to level 1 thinking. But in 6 hours, people are gonna be doubting more and lying and creating teams and trying to convince others to vote a certain way, right? So it really gets more and more complicated the more time passes. Maybe the best is to just not even listen, right? Maybe the best is just cast your answer and just like not even participate in the game. Because the more that you participate in the game for this long, right? And wait up for your final vote, the more manipulated you become. Single round! That'd be crazy! I would love that to happen immediately so we can go to the next round and call off all the NPCs.
時間無駄とも思えるほどの時間別の勝者となる。
The liar king controls the time!
ではこれでリハーサルを終わります。
私たち
は明日からです。
Okay.
1日2ラウンドを予定しております。本日皆様には金ほか
Oh, all
全て
expenses
無料です
paid.
ので
Fancy?
ゆっくりおくつろぎくださ
Hell
い。
yeah, we got dormitories!
おっしゃる方を
Yeah.
我々はお引き止めしません。
Okay.
どうぞ。
帰れるわけない。
This sounds like a threat. Hey, you want to leave? We're not going to stop you. You can leave whenever you want.
だからと言いながら、すでに持ち金1億は配られてしまっている。
Game
始ま
has
っているの
already
だ。
started. Dun, dun,
ここで帰ろうものなら危険扱い。1億円の
神崎様のお部屋はこちらです。
19. Fancy. All expenses paid. Dorms. We got food. The hospitality here is great.
少数決に勝つ方法なんてある？
時間を制する者こそが少数。
時間をどう使うかってこと。の6時間。イエスのどちらに入れるか探
That's
りを入れ
right.
て
You
回れ。
could. Nah, girl. You can't. No. Spending, finding out which plays voting yes or no. No. Again, that's too simple. Akiyama is probably thinking not of which one are they going to answer, but more of like manipulating to answer a certain way that he wants, right? You need to rule the pack. You need to be the shadow puppet master. Whispers and doubts and rumors gossiping around, carefully fucking planted for them to act a certain predetermined way. And then you go the other way at the last moment. But it's easier for me to just say this, right? Because this is a general concept. How is he going to actually do it?
るか探りを入れて回れ。
The guitar is so nice right now.
絶対私と投票箱のそばにいて他人の投票を覗き見る。
And you know what? That's a valid strategy. It's just such a brute force way. Like, damn, girl. Like, this is crazy.
そんなの不可能。無理。そうだ。
Another one.
ダメ。
Oh, no. It's a minority rule. You can't create that. No. So, like, how do we do it, right? If we were to create a majority, that would work in games like Survivor or whatever, right? Where you're voting off the minority. But this is, you're voting off the majority. So you try to create an alliance, the alliance must be a minority. But that minority has nothing to compel others for them to be the majority. Because everyone's going to want to, again, try to be the smaller out. So you have to play with that. You have to, like, go around telling people, like, listen, next time, right, whatever, right? You and me, we're going to get through it, right? But like, we're not just going to tell one person. We're going to tell many other people a certain way to vote. And they'll all be thinking, yeah, you and me, bro. We're going to vote yes. At the very end, we vote no and get out. But that, again, the gossips in the room where people are going to start talking. This is really tricky.
仲間を集めて多数派を作れ。ダメ。これは少数決。
have the majority think that they're the minority. How do we do that?
わからないわからない。どうすれば。私やだ
This girl is a mess.
助けて誰か助けて秋山さん。
Ah, this is so pathetic, girl. But she needs to start from somewhere, right, for her development to happen. Akiyama, I wonder what he's thinking.
誰か助けて秋山さん。助けて。
Coach!
私です。なおです。いないんですか秋山さん。を探して
Did he go
ホ
home?
テル中をさまよった。
Imagine he already went home.
そして集まって
Oh,
いた。
people talking in the lobby?
みんな
Rumble,
私と
rumble,
同じ
rumble,
よう
rumble,
に
rumble.
不安な気持ちを抑えきれず。
Everyone's sweating. Everyone's panicking.
秋山さん。
Akiyama farming aura.
ゲームにから私
泣くな。勝ち残りたいならまず泣かないこと。そして
敵を知る。
今このロビーには14人ものプレイヤーがいる。
Okay.
その性格やここに来た経緯を探る。
Go fetch me some
まずは
data.
それが
様々だった。
Akiyama will be the mysterious cool guy. And now we'll be the one to go and fetch data and then we'll figure out what to do after.
人々の行動は様々だった。
The girls have formed a team.
壁際で人の様子をじっと観察している
like
人。
a 15.
話しかけても無視する人。
Fat guy wants nothing?
私
Old
の
man?
町工場は借金いた時に来たのがライアーゲームの正
Family suicide because the company's going down?
借金でね真剣に一家心中を考えてい
Family
た時に来
suicide?
たのが1回戦で2000万獲得して借金を半分以上返済できたよ
Okay.
ドロップアウトするには1000万いるってでも賞金は借
Only 10? For us, it was 50. They changed the numbers for him.
金ないんだよ
俺
That was kind of interesting, right? The circumstances of dropping out of the game changed for certain people. Like, Larry Game is actually thinking about other people's perspectives and how much money they actually won. I guess, right? Because that guy won 20, and and we won 100. So it's basically what you won, divide by half, and that is like the exit fee. And they're assuming that other people would use that money immediately. That was kind of odd.
俺100万の札束に
アウトは
考えなかったね。2回戦も簡単に稼げると思ったんだもん。
Okay. Yeah, we should also assume that everyone's lying. We can't trust anybody. This is pretty funny though. This guy is like, yeah, it's so easy, bro.
負けたら1億騙されたよもう。ねえ、これ負けたらどうなると。なんかこれやばい組織っぽいだろ。海外とかに人身売買のルートとかあってさ。
I probably would agree with that. I mean, this low-key kind of is, you know, light-hearted human trafficking in a way.
可愛いから。
Whoa, 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 whoa. The fuck?
と
ここに来た人たちってもともと生活に困っててついついライアーゲそれとほとんどの人は1回戦をあっさり勝ったおかげでできたみたい。
It could be lying.
2回戦はほぼ全員が1億の借金を背負わされるゲームだ。
ご苦労さん。明日の本番に備えてゆっくり寝るといい。
私、
うん、
売られるんですか？
Oh, shit. I don't know, maybe now. I think you might fetch a high price. Oh, you better watch out.
売られるんですか？
She just believes everything,
ど
man.
こかの国に売られて。
Oh my god.
泣くな。泣いても何も解決しないぞ。君は負けない。情報がある。
A foolproof strategy.
情報？
Nani?
何ですかそれは？
He won't tell her right away.
ここじ
Now is so lucky she has Akiyama. Because if Akiyama, like, it didn't have whatever it means to, you know, protect her, like, this is such an easy way to just manipulate now. You know what I mean? In this character, I feel like could be so dangerous in the future if she learns how to play the game. Because of her personality right now. This could be the most, you know, insane deception of this innocent, naive girl who just believes anything. But that, again, is the facade and the bait. And the true predator behind that mask then uses that to manipulate.
そもそも何がゲームの勝利
ですよね。
でも2人残りだと半分の10億しかもらえないんだぜ。
Amazing.
10億ですよ。
じゃあぐっと下げて4000万しか。
誓って
Still got a bit of debt to pay
十
off.
分大金です。大勝利だと思います。 私だったら
結論から言おう。俺の必勝法は10億どころか1億すら取ることはできる。
Okay, we can get it to 40 mil?
方法
Okay.
があるんですか？
ああ、チームを作るんだ。
でも
Paid actors. A team that will believe that Akiyama will pay them out. So if he gets the total prize money, or even half, whatever, right? He has done the math such that these paid actors will go and sabotage the majority group while he wins, and then they get paid out at the end. Yes, okay.
のげ勝てないんです。
We can actually.
誰も多数派を作るなんて言ってないさ。チーム、
少数派を
まずチームには8人が必要だ。
8 people.
この8人が必ず少数決はまず22人でスタートする。この時チームの8人はイエスノー、残りの14人がどちらに入れるかはわからないが、最も僅差で決
と7人と7人に分かれたら投票やり直しだから最も僅差となるケース
Nice
です。
visualization.
正解。少数派として勝ち残った10、この要領で次の投票もイエスノー2人ずつに分かれる。最も僅差
だから2人と4人です。
その通り。当然次も
1人ずつに分かれるとやり直しだから
2-0.
決着がつくときは0に勝つ。私たちのチームの誰かが必ず勝ち残る。
But that's assuming that the distribution would just go down that easily every time. That's a crazy assumption to have. Because like at the final end, sure, but like I don't know. But it's like no matter what, right? Because they split it evenly, they partitioned it. It doesn't really matter if it was yes or no. It's the fact that we have planted agents in both part of the court, and no matter how it's distributed, one group will win. Such that by the end, by just pure math, someone will have paid out.
とどうなる？
1人ずつに分かれるとやり直しだから決着がつくとき
No matter what, someone will win within our team.
私たちのチームの誰かが必ず勝ち
1億のうち半分を支払い、ドロップアウトを宣言する。残りは10億採用して残りは3億5000万。これを8人で
1人当たり4300
Bro, be thinking.
本当に必勝法だ。秋山さんすごい。
Now, will it go that easily though? Can we actually find people that are loyal enough to actually listen and believe and actually execute the plan? We'll see, but that was a really cool visual representation of how it works out. No matter what, as long as people have faith, someone will win.
本当に必勝法だ。秋山さんすごい。
まあまあ。例えば俺がここに入れたそもそもの原因。
上に入った人がいるってこと。
そう。そいつを仮に X としようか。
The glasses guy maybe. Who could he be?
最もたちが悪いのが1億の小切手を持っているということ。
They could use that to incentivize other players to be bad faith actors, right? That is just an absolute more money than the 40 mil payout that we're going to give other people, right? So again, more incentives on the line that can tamper with our formula, right? It's an unknown variable.
背負わされる。だが X は小切手で払えばいいだけ。払わなくていい人間なのさ。
That guy got a jackpot by scamming the girl in the
俺の
early
作戦
episode.
は8人が約束通りに投票はならない。裏切りが最大のタブーなんだ。
That too.
チームに入れてはならない。
How do we find out who he is?
X ってどんな人なんですか？
Who
奪われ
knows?
た。唯一覚えているのが若い
It's a
男
man?
だったということ。
Glasses guy. 15.
いや、いける。秋山さん。
Make a team with girls only? There are 6 girls, right? Or like, wait, straight up, right?
地に私以外の女性は5人。
Yeah.
その人たちを
俺たちを入
We
れて
need one more. And then pick an old man, I guess, you know? So that it's not a young man, right? Yeah. But he's X. He's X though. I don't know, right? She said it just happened so fast. It's a young man though. How do you know? What if it's a disguise? You know what? Like you can't just tell. That's not. There's no confirmation. I don't know, man.
シャイ男じゃありません。
Anytime this girl has shown you this stupid ass face smiling saying there's no other way, I can't believe there's such good people like the lawyer. My teacher would never scam me. Like it's just been like every time she does this, she gets scammed. So what do you think is going on? This girl should be used as like a litmus test. Like Anything she says she believes in is basically is a scam. So go against it, right? She says it's gonna rain tomorrow. No, it's not gonna rain tomorrow, right? She says this stock is gonna go up. No, that stock's gonna drop. She says the old man is him. It isn't gonna be him. The old man is him. No, 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 no.
に戻ってメンバー集めてきます。
待て待て。
Ay, ay, ay.
連れてきました。
Yeah?
6人全員です。
What a harem, bro. What a fucking harem. Old man and the baddies.
できたな。
Now's great at gathering people.
来てくれなきゃ私死にますって泣いてど
No way she said that. That's so sad. This girl has no shame.
で、なりふり構ってる場合じゃない。
I mean, she's right about that. It's, you know, a part of lying. You know, it just, there's no honor. But honestly, there is no honor in lying. So you know what? That is something unique to her that she can do. Go ahead, utilize it.
いる時間は俺たちにはなさそうだ。とにかくこのメンバーでやるしかない。作戦実行だ。
The end. Now, imagine that beyond just like the whole old man, young man thing, what if it actually is a girl? You know? Like the disguise is pretty good. The face is completely hidden. And you never know, right? Like I feel like we shouldn't just be going off of it's gotta be a woman, right? You never know, right? All we see is this glimpse here. It looks like a man with short hair, but again, in a show like this, you never know. Instinctively, I think it is the guy with the shades, right? The guy with the shades has been highlighted to be this like cool, calm, collected guy who ate at the same time Akiyama did. And that's pretty much it, right? But based on her actions and the pattern of behavior we've seen, whenever she's so confident, just believing, it has to be that, it's completely opposite. So I think it's the old man based off of that. This episode was pretty cool, just giving us a taste of Minority Rule. Already you can kind of find the fun mental games in like, wait a minute, there is this many guys and this many girls. I'm a girl and there's less of us. I'm gonna vote me and I'm gonna win. No, no, no. And then there's a next level, right? Because there's less girls, I as a guy will vote as a girl. But the level beyond that is, well, shit. That's what the normies are gonna do. So I will remain a guy and then you win. This whole like leveling, right? It's rock, paper, scissors. It's like rock, then I'm gonna go paper. You gonna go paper? I'm gonna go scissor. But I knew you were gonna go scissors, so I'm gonna go rock. Do you see that? This is really fun. It's actually such a fun way of doing it. And I hope that the games will be exciting as it continues. That's it from me. If you're still here though, if you enjoyed this reaction, please like the video. Check out the other playlists for even more content. And until next time, take care.